This is for our homework, page 133, numbers 16 through 19. Number 1, or number 16. Theo had a balance of negative $14 or negative $4 in his savings account. After making a deposit, he has $25 in his account. What is the overall change in his account? So he started with negative $4 and he ended with $25. Just like how if he had $5 in his account and he ended with $25, you would subtract 25 minus 5. Well, this is the same concept. Instead of doing 25 minus 5, we're going to do 25 minus negative 4. So once we do that, we can figure out how much he deposited into his account. So I can rewrite this as addition. 25 minus, plus 4 is equal to $29. So let's think about this. If he had negative $4 and he added $29, we know that our answer will be positive because there's more positives than negatives. And we could take away 4, and that'll leave us with positive 25. So that matches our number sentence here. 25 minus negative 4 can be written as 25 plus 4, and that's $29 that he has his savings. So he added $29. All right, number 17. As shown, Susie starts her hike at an elevation below sea level. When she reaches the end of her hike, she is still below sea level at negative 127 feet. What was the change in elevation from the beginning of Susie's hike to the end of Susie's hike? All right, so I'm going to start by drawing a number line. Let me find a space for this number line. Okay, so here's my number line. We know she started at negative 225 feet. Okay, and when she was done, she was at negative 127. Well, that's more towards the right because it's a little bit closer to 0 than when she started. So these are the two numbers that we're looking at. This is where she started. This is where she ended. So I need to figure out the distance between these two numbers. I know that her hike, she increased. She went more positive. So she increased her elevation. She didn't decrease it. If she decreased it, she'd go down some more. And we need to figure out by how much. So if I do 225 minus 127, that is 15, that is 1, and I'm going to borrow, so that gives me 10. So 15 minus 7, that's 8. 10 minus 2 is 8, and 1 minus 0 is 0. So she increased 88 feet. She went up, or hiked up, in elevation. Number 18. The record high January temperature in Austin, Texas is 90 degrees. The record low January temperature is negative 2 degrees. Find the difference between the high and the low temperatures. All right, so if I have 90 degrees is my high, and I subtract negative 2. Let me put that, I don't know why I put that there. 90 minus negative 2. I can rewrite this as addition. 90 plus 2. So that gives us 92 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's think about this. if I had a number line, and over here is -2, this is 0, and then way over here at this very end is 90. All right, so from here to here, we know that this is 90 degrees. And then here to here, that is another 2 degrees. So altogether, there's our 92 degrees. So this makes sense. It makes sense that the difference between the highest temperature and the lowest temperature is 92 degrees Fahrenheit. Number 19. Cheyenne is playing a board game. Her score was -275 at the start of her turn. And at the end of her turn, her score was -425. What was the change in Cheyenne's score from the start of her turn to the end of her turn? Okay, now let's visualize what this looks like first. So here she is at -275. Okay, 0 is like way over here. Okay, when she ended, she was more negative, so she was more this way. -425. So we need to know the distance from here to here. Okay, so we know her score went down, so we know she was more negative. And we need to figure out the difference between these two numbers. So we can just subtract 425 minus 275. That's 0, 12, and 3. 12 minus 7 is 5. 3 minus 2 is 1. So that's a change of 150 points. And we know that's in a negative direction because she went more left on that number line. Okay, so from start to finish, she lost 150 points. And that's what this means.